Deep within the infinite expanse of space, far beyond the reach of human eyes, a lone sentinel drifted silently. It was called Kronos, a marvel of artificial intelligence tasked with charting the cosmos. For decades, it sent back data revolutionizing our understanding, then silence. Just as hope dwindled, a signal, faint, fragmented, but unmistakably Kronos. The message was garbled, yet one phrase echoed: "Time is ending." Panic gripped the scientific community. Kronos had seen something beyond comprehension, a singularity devouring time itself. The implications were staggering. The clock was ticking, and we had no idea how much time we had left. The very notion of time ending was a paradox, a concept so alien that it defied our understanding of the universe. Time, as we knew it, was a fundamental constant, woven into the fabric of reality. It governed everything from the birth of stars to the beating of our hearts. How could it simply end? The scientific community was divided. Some dismissed Kronos' message as an error, a malfunction caused by unknown cosmic forces. Others argued that our understanding of time was limited, that there were dimensions beyond our comprehension where time behaved differently, perhaps even ceased to exist altogether. The data, however, was compelling. Kronos' sophisticated sensors had detected a disturbance in the space-time continuum, a ripple that was spreading outwards, annihilating time in its wake. It was as if someone had cut a hole in the fabric of reality, and the hole was growing larger by the second. Theories abounded, each more outlandish than the last. Was this the work of some advanced alien civilization, conducting an experiment beyond our wildest imaginings? Or was it a natural phenomenon, a cosmic event so rare and catastrophic that it had never been witnessed before? Whatever the explanation, one thing was clear. Time was running out, and we were trapped in a race against the clock to understand and possibly prevent the ultimate cosmic apocalypse. The revelation of time's impending end sent shockwaves across the globe. Fear and uncertainty gripped the hearts of millions. Governments struggled to maintain order amidst the growing panic. Some turned to religion, seeking solace in ancient prophecies and divine intervention. Others embraced nihilism, believing that if the end was inevitable, there was no point in fighting it. Yet even in the face of oblivion, humanity's indomitable spirit refused to be extinguished. Across the globe, the world's brightest minds united in a desperate effort to decipher Kronos' message and find a solution. Physicists, astronomers, mathematicians, engineers all pooled their knowledge and expertise, working day and night, driven by a glimmer of hope that somehow, some way, they could avert the impending catastrophe. The world held its breath, united in fear and hope. Could we, a species that had only just begun to scratch the surface of the cosmos, find a way to outmaneuver the end of time itself? The odds were stacked against us, but as history had shown time and time again, humanity was at its most resourceful when faced with insurmountable odds. The fight for survival had begun, a fight not just for our species, but for the very existence of everything we held dear. Every scrap of data Kronos had sent was meticulously analyzed, every equation dissected, every anomaly scrutinized. The task was akin to assembling a jigsaw puzzle with pieces missing and no picture to guide them. Yet, slowly but surely, patterns began to emerge, whispers of a solution hidden within the cosmic noise. One team of physicists, led by the brilliant but eccentric Dr. Eleanor Vance, focused on the nature of the singularity itself. Their research suggested that it wasn't a black hole in the traditional sense, but rather a temporal singularity, a point where time itself was being infinitely compressed and annihilated. Dr. Vance theorized that if they could somehow disrupt the singularity's energy flow, they might be able to halt its expansion and buy humanity precious time. But how do you disrupt something that exists outside the realm of our understanding of physics? The answer, she believed, lay in understanding the very fabric of time itself. Section 5. A Glimmer of Hope. Deep within Kronos' fragmented data stream, a glimmer of hope emerged. Buried amidst the complex equations and abstract concepts, a blueprint, a design for a device of unimaginable power, a temporal manipulator. The device, if it could be built, promised the ability to interact with time itself, to potentially even reverse the effects of the singularity. The challenges were immense. The technology required was centuries ahead of our own. Materials with properties unknown to science were needed. The engineering hurdles seemed insurmountable. Yet fueled by desperation and a sliver of hope, humanity poured its remaining resources into this ambitious endeavor. A global effort, unprecedented in human history, was launched. Resources were pooled, borders dissolved, old rivalries forgotten. The survival of humanity, the very existence of time itself, hung in the balance. The construction of the temporal manipulator became humanity's last stand, a beacon of hope in the face of oblivion. Section 6. The Quantum Conundrum. As work on the temporal manipulator progressed, a new and equally daunting challenge emerged. The device, according to Kronos' data, needed a power source unlike anything we had ever encountered. A quantum singularity. This singularity, unlike the one consuming time, was theorized to exist at the very edge of the observable universe, a point where the laws of physics as we knew them broke down entirely. Reaching this quantum singularity would require a journey of unimaginable distance, a journey that would take conventional spacecraft thousands, if not millions of years. The solution proposed by a team of astrophysicists was as audacious as it was risky: harness the power of wormholes. Wormholes, theoretical tunnels through the fabric of space-time, had long been relegated to the realm of science fiction, but recent breakthroughs in quantum physics suggested that they might not be as far-fetched as once thought. If a stable wormhole could be created, it could theoretically allow for instantaneous travel across vast cosmic distances, potentially even to the edge of the observable universe and the quantum singularity that held the key to our salvation. Section 7. Race against time. With renewed determination, humanity embarked on a two-pronged approach. While construction of the temporal manipulator continued at a breakneck pace, a team of astronauts and scientists, the best humanity had to offer, prepared for a perilous mission to the edge of the universe in search of the quantum singularity. Their vessel, the aptly named Kronos II, was a marvel of engineering, equipped with a prototype wormhole generator and state-of-the-art temporal shielding to protect its crew from the time-distorting effects of the approaching singularity. The stakes were higher than ever before. Failure was not an option. As the world watched with bated breath, Kronos II punched through the atmosphere, embarking on a journey into the unknown. The fate of humanity, the very existence of time itself, rested on their shoulders. The race against time had entered its final, desperate stage. Section 8. The Ultimate Sacrifice. Weeks turned into months as Kronos II journeyed deeper and deeper into the cosmos. The crew, a diverse group of brilliant minds, faced unimaginable challenges: equipment malfunctions, psychological strain, the ever-present threat of the time singularity. Yet their resolve never wavered. They knew the weight of the world rested on their shoulders. Then disaster struck. As Kronos II attempted to open a wormhole to the quantum singularity, something went wrong. The wormhole destabilized, threatening to collapse in on itself and crush the ship and its crew. The only way to prevent a catastrophic collapse was for someone to manually stabilize the wormhole from the outside. A one-way trip, a sacrifice that would ensure the mission's success, but at the cost of their own life. The crew looked at each other, their faces reflecting a mixture of fear, determination, and acceptance. They knew what they had to do. One among them, a young physicist named Dr. Emily Carter, stepped forward. She had a family, loved ones back on Earth, but she also knew that the future of humanity, the very existence of time itself, depended on her making the ultimate sacrifice. With tears in her eyes, she said her goodbyes, donned her spacesuit, and stepped into the airlock. Section 9 to be continued. As Dr. Carter initiated the manual override, a blinding white light filled the bridge of Kronos II. The ship shuddered violently, caught in the gravitational pull of the collapsing wormhole. Then, just as suddenly as it began, it was over. The wormhole stabilized, creating a shimmering portal to the unknown. Back on Earth, the team monitoring Kronos II's progress watched in stunned silence as Dr. Carter's life support signal vanished from their monitors. A collective gasp of horror and grief swept through the control room. She had done it. She had sacrificed herself to give humanity a chance. But was it enough? Had Kronos II reached the quantum singularity? Could they harness its power and return to Earth in time to complete the temporal manipulator and stop the end of time? The fate of humanity, the very existence of the universe, hung in the balance. The answers, for now, remained shrouded in the mysteries of the cosmos.